Hey everyone, and welcome to another frame of Ad versus Psy Best of 35 Epic Match. It's a catchy title, I'm sure you'll agree. And we're on frame 7, I think this one is. So, third frame of the second session. Psy breaks off with an excellent break, left me pretty much on the top cushion. So, well deserved tap on the table from me. But pretty happy with that return of safety. One thing I've struggled with is getting a good safety from being in a tough position myself, like tucked up under the cushion. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Although I have left side this red, but he doesn't manage to get it, and but he's kind of got away with it because he's left me this red, but it's not easy. And now there's a red up in the balk area. There's sort of even if I get okay, I can get it up into the balk area, but he would have an easy serve shot. But anyway, I managed to get that red in actually. Just unlucky with the cannon on the not unlucky. Maybe should have predicted that cannon on the blue, but still disappointing nonetheless. Bit of a stretch this one. Probably should have put my mini bit on, or at least got the rest out, because I didn't play that one well. So point on the board though, but can Sai cut this one in? He can't. It's excellent shot, and nicely into the pack. And I think he's got a pretty good result here. I think he can get this pink through the gap of the two reds. Yeah, it's going. It's played it dead weight. He's on this red, maybe just slightly awkward queuing, but just needs a little dinky stun shot, and he would have been on the pink, but he's missed the red, unfortunately. So he's left me this one in the middle, and I should be able to hold for the blue, I think, into the same pocket. If not, the bot colours are there waiting. Yeah, so actually I maybe held too well. I could have done with being a little higher on this blue. And, ooh, there's a fluke. And, yeah, hold my hand up, but yeah, pretty nice fluke for me, to be fair. Otherwise, I would have been leaving this red for Psy, but as it is, I can potentially get it and get on the pink. Can I get it in? I can. And I'm pretty nicely out on the pink. Oh, so needed a mid-frame camera move, unfortunately, because somebody came in and wanted to use the table I was essentially using, leaning the camera against. So unfortunately, we'll have to put up with this camera angle for the rest of this frame and the next frame in the session, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame, but unfortunately, because we play on an evening, it can be quite busy in the club. As we come into summer, though, I'm hoping we can find some nights that aren't too busy and we can hopefully get on table 1, which is the table to the far left as we look at the tables now, which means that I can have the camera at the end of the table and nobody, it's not in anybody's way. But unfortunately, that table's quite popular for that sort of reason. Not because people film, but because it's out of the way. There's a bit more space around it. Anyway, decent little break from me. Interrupted slightly by the camera, having to move the camera, but should have really got that red in. So long red attempt from side doesn't work out, but not left anything easy for me. So I think I'm just going to play the safety, try and tuck up to the black on the cushion essentially. Yeah, hit it a little hard, but Definitely covered the red along the cushion. So I can just get to an edge though, so I can possibly run away to balk from here. Yeah, just a little hard though, but the yellow kiss on the yellow definitely helped. And he's kind of covered, made this awkward cue for me to try, and otherwise I would have been trying to get tuck him behind the brown. But yeah, just holding my hands up because I couldn't really do much else. And now size turn to tuck him behind the brown. Nearly manages to plant the blue in, but gets away with that. But I think I can just see an edge here, so but I hit it too thick and leave side with a few shots on, I think. Yeah, he's got at least got the red in the left corner, but he's playing the red into the middle here. Yeah, he's played that nicely. Should be on the brown at the very least. Yeah. Oh, playing the blue. Maybe the blue's maybe not quite as tight a cut as it looks from this angle. No, it was pretty thin, but he's played it well. And he's got another good result running into the reds, so can't argue with that. Plays a positive shot, gets a good result. Getting onto a colour from here might be tricky because I think he's pretty straight, so he's having to play with top spin, try and come around the angles. Oh, he's played it well, but I think he put a little bit aside on that he didn't want. It's unfortunate. I don't think he was playing that. I think he was playing try and come around the angles and get out for blue or pink. But he's playing the green, just a safety shot. But he's got himself back to level pegging. Pretty good long red from me, but don't do enough with the cue ball and end up snookered on the black along the cushion, and only really, I think I can only really see the pink, maybe the blue, but I'm playing off the pink, just safety, trying to get up into the corner, but hopefully not going enough. No, I haven't gone enough, but could have done with the hitting a little harder. Safety shot from size, played it pretty well. Cue ball keeps going, just about makes it to balk line, I think. Left a tempter for me, but it's probably going to be difficult to avoid. Yeah, I'm not even playing it. Sorry, I thought I was playing the red to the left there, but played that one a little thin, so I've got to take this one on. Oh, that was close. It's a shame as well because he got another good result going into the pack. He would have been perfectly on the green. So left me this one. Can I stun round and back for the green? Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think that was the shot in hindsight, but it's what I played. Should have stun run through that, I think. So just a safety shot from the pink, I think. Maybe sort of try the pot on this and just leave the cue ball up the top end, but actually because I didn't get close to the pot, I got the double kiss and I got a pretty good result, I think. Actually, no, maybe Sai can get through to this red that's nearest to him. But he's having to play with the rest though, so it's tricky. And that's a good. Oh, I looked in. He's got a nice rest action side. Mine, I always look a bit awkward when I'm gamely with the rest, but he looks okay. I played that far too hard. Decent pot, but I was trying to get on the blue. I obviously wanted to be topside the blue, but just not quite that much. So, sorry, just pouring myself a drink out. Yeah, it was a thin one. Didn't think I would overcut it though. Another rest shot from Si. Again, another close one. So, roll this one in, and it should be on a colour. Should be on a colour. Well, there's not many places I could have landed where I wouldn't be on a better colour than this, but, or I'd rather, not many places I could have landed there where I would be on a worse colour than this, but it's something. I think the yellow is probably the shot. It looks pretty thin from this angle, mate, but I don't think it actually was at the time. But it's just a rest extension shot. Trying to work out how long I need my extension. No extension on the rest though, so it's going to be difficult to keep the rest still, and I've got the rest head far too far from the cue ball here. Yeah, that was not good. I should have stood up there and just sort of taken my time to see how my setup looked, and it was far too far from the cue ball. Another jaw rattler from Si. Played that one pretty hard though. Had to be very precise and not quite there. So I think this is going to be like a safety shot, yeah, just off, trying to get into the black again, but didn't quite get that one right. But not left anything other than this, well, other than this long red. But no attempt at the bottom side, just a safety. Now, can I get past the pink to this red that's over the pocket? No, I guess not. Trying to play the long one. Again, played that similar to side shot, played that very hard, had to be ultra precise from that angle, and it just wasn't there. And it's come back round and left itself nice and straight for Si. Oh, not quite though. His pots aren't going in here. I really need to make the most of this. Not often his pots don't go in. Yeah, pretty happy with that shot. Controlled that well off the cushion for the blue. Reds are pretty awkward though. Best I can do is probably screw back to about where my bridge hand is here, and I don't know, I think I just held. Yeah. Actually, that'd be a better shot actually, because then I can, obviously being a right-hander, I wouldn't be able to get onto the table if I'd gone close to the far cushion. So here at least I can get my hand on the table and play this shot. Oh, that was disappointing. And didn't get a position either. So just a safety from side, but he's unlucky to cannon the pink. But the blue's blocking the potential pot to the left corner, so just a safety here, back behind the green, or back round the back of the green. Oh, he's lucky to catch the bump. That's what I normally do. But the reds are still pretty awkward, so he's not left anything. So potentially play this as a shot, but get back up to balk. But I wasn't close to the pot. But the cue ball's not too bad. So another safety shot from Sai, I assume. Yeah. Bit of pace on this one, but it was nearly a very good line behind pink and brown. Just standing up as somebody walks past my shot. And they still walk past my shot. Went for that one, to be fair. Didn't work out. So just a safety for me. Trying to get, well, should have played that a bit better. Trying to get behind the black, but hit it too hard and too thin. But one does go in for Sai. So I haven't really capitalised on his sort of 10 minutes of pain that he went through where he couldn't seem to get anything going. But can he get anything going here? Well, unfortunately not. Now, where's this going to end up? Is it going to give a chance for me? Not a very good one, but I could hopefully play a good safety behind the yellow here. Just like that. It's lucky that that red caught the other red actually, because if that had missed all the balls, it would have been back up to the baulk end of the table. Oh, that was so close. So just another safety shot. I don't get enough topspin on it, or well, enough pace on it. Trying to get again up towards the sort of yellow there, but didn't hit it well enough at all. But awkward bridging for Sai. That's the only good point that came out of that shot. So he just plays the safety. That red was heading towards the pocket, but obviously we've had to put a lot of pace on it to get the legs to get the pocket there. Play a similar shot. Bit too pacey, but actually that's not too bad, because if I'd hit it slower to get the cue ball on the cushion, I think the red would have ended up towards the right, to the top corner pocket. But that's a great shot. Not sure if he was playing it. I think he was, to be fair. Can't remember. I think I asked him about whether he played it or not. So yellow back onto red. Needed to put more left hand side on that one, I think. I think he's been unlucky there as well, because he's snookered himself. But that's a good hit and a good result. So just another safety. Could have done without catching the brown. Still wouldn't have been a very good shot, but it would have been better than that. So I think the green's covering the red by the cushion, so can I cut this red near the black in, play it as a shot to nothing, back up to the baulk end? No, didn't hit. I hit it far too thick. But a pretty useful fluke for me there. It's one to remember, because in future frames you might hear me complain about certain flukes, and just remind me in the comments of that one. I should have got that blue in there. think it's one of those times that I felt too guilty about the fluke, and I didn't play the shot as carefully as I should have done, thinking that actually if I miss it, I don't deserve it. Oh, he just about avoids the in off there. It's close to that pink from the pretty decent attempt from where he was. He's left this yellow for me though. Queuing from the cushion though, not too great at this. Better than I used to be, but yeah, better than I used to be. But just making sure of the pot really, and making sure I'm not snooking myself on with the brown. Right, it's unlucky cannon in the brown, or rather, it's not as much a cannon. Is it called a cannon when the object ball hits the second ball? Not sure. But pretty good pot on the green for me, and yeah, pretty happy with the positional shot on the brown. So on my 15 ahead, 22 remaining. So brown is basically frame ball, although snookers is always a possibility where size is concerned. But in it goes. So just about avoid snookering myself on the blue. So just make sure I don't go in off here and don't leave an easy opportunity for a snooker is the result I'm going for here. Was trying to get a snooker myself behind the black, but didn't quite work. But at least I've not left the blue. Oh, certainly not left it in a place that's easy to get snookers. So just a safety shot for now, trying to just trying to get some kind of advantage in the safety battle to sort of get a snooker opportunity. But for me, it's just sort of in or over really. But I don't get close to that pot. But at least don't leave the blue that close to the black. So trying to get the blue behind the black. Not a decent try, but not quite. So can I get the cue ball behind the black here? No, not quite. But at least there's plenty of distance between cue ball and blue. No, trying to get behind the pink. Oh, it was close. If you'd have gone round the jaws there, you would have got a really good snooker. Anyway, that's end of frame. Thanks for watching. Next one will be in a couple of days.